Have you ever noticed the loudest person in the room suddenly goes completely silent? Like, one day they're laughing, joking, sharing everything, and the next, they just stop. It's not random, and it's definitely not nothing. People who go quiet when they're hurt aren't weak. They're actually doing something very deep. At first, it looks confusing. You might think, are they angry? Or did I do something? But the truth is, silence is often their way of protecting themselves. See, not everyone reacts to pain by shouting or arguing. Some people, they shut down, not because they don't feel, but because they feel too much. Think about it like this. When your phone overheats, what does it do? It slows down, or even shuts off to protect itself. Same thing here. Their mind is saying, this is too much right now. Let me step back. And honestly, it's kind of relatable. Like when someone says something that hits a little too deep, and instead of replying, you just nod and go, yeah, I'm fine. Even though inside, it's like, wow, that hurt more than I expected. People who go quiet when hurt are usually the ones who think a lot. They replay conversations in their head. They analyze every word, not in a dramatic way, but in a trying to understand what just happened way. And here's the interesting part. They're not always avoiding the problem. Sometimes, they're actually processing it more deeply than anyone else. While others react instantly, they pause. While others speak, they observe. While others explode, they absorb. It's like they're having a full conversation in their mind, just not out loud. But there's a downside too. Because when someone stays quiet for too long, people start assuming things. They don't care. They're acting weird. They've changed. But in reality, they haven't changed. They're just hurt. And instead of expressing it openly, they're dealing with it internally. Also, a little humor here. These are the same people who'll tea. NK of the perfect comeback, 3 hours later, while brushing their teeth. And then just stare at the mirror like, wow, I should have said that. But jokes aside, their silence is not empty. It's full of thoughts, emotions, questions, and sometimes disappointment. Because most of the time, they expected better. From someone, from a situation, from life. And when that expectation breaks, they don't always know how to express it right away. So they choose silence. Not to punish others, but to understand themselves. Now, here's something important. Just because someone is quiet doesn't mean they're okay. Silence can be a sign of strength, but it can also be a sign that someone is struggling quietly. And the people who go quiet when hurt, they're usually the ones who don't want to burden others with their feelings. They'll say, it's fine, even when it's not. They'll smile, even when they're thinking 100 things. They'll stay quiet, hoping someone notices without them having to explain everything. And if you know someone like that, don't just assume they're okay. Sometimes, a simple, hey, you good, can mean more than you think. Because deep down, they don't want to stay silent forever. They're just waiting for a moment, or a person, that feels safe enough to open up to. So the next time someone suddenly goes quiet, don't rush to judge it. Try to understand it. Because behind that silence, there's always a story. And sometimes, the quietest people have the loudest feelings.